88% of women are considered metabolically unhealthy. Let me tell you, it's not your fault. It's because you were never truly taught how to live in the female body. Let's rewind to when you first got your period. You were likely told that it was a nuisance. It was something to dread every single month. You probably even had tough cramps and maybe some acne. So when that really started to interfere with your life, the ibuprofen really stopped working. You went to the doctor, they put you on hormonal birth control because, that stops the cramps, make your period lighter, and let's just try to mute this problem away. Then you fast forward to your 20s and you're in a corporate career that you worked so hard for in college. You are working 5 days a week, sometimes 40 to 60 hours per week, expected to show up and perform the same way every single day. On the days that you just feel tired and really lethargic, you blame yourself. Maybe I just didn't sleep well enough. I maybe didn't eat the right thing the day before. So you push yourself to keep showing up because that's what you need to do, right? So then fast forward, you meet the love of your life, you decide you want to have kids, you go off the pill. And it takes a little bit of time to have the baby because your body is essentially detoxing from that pill for so long. And then you end up blaming your body and you're like, why can't my body just perform the way that it was designed to? Then you end up going to the doctor and they say, it's time to, let's do IVF, let's pump you full of tons of hormones. You end up pregnant and your due date comes. You're a couple days late. You're told, we need to go in there, we need to get that baby out. So they pump you full of Pitocin. They try to force your body to get that baby out because your body possibly couldn't know what it's doing, right? After several hours of Pitocin and pushing, it shows that there's stress to the baby. So they wheel you in and you get the C-section. The baby is born underneath bright lights, fluorescent lights, and you're under a ton of stress. Then after the baby comes, you go back to work and you're back to that stress level, high stress level. But now, instead of just taking care of yourself, you're taking care of the kids. Now fast forward to your 40s, you're experiencing symptoms that a lot of people are saying are perimenopause. Anxiety, irritability, weight that won't go away. Once again, you blame your body. But ladies, it's because no one told you how to live in the female body and how to truly honor our cycles. When we went through sex ed in high school, no one ever taught us this. We are different than men. Our hormones are completely different, but yet we are forced to fit in that same box as men, perform the exact same way every single day. And don't worry, this is not some man-hating or man-bashing post. This is more or less to get your attention, make you realize that your hormones are very different from a man, but yet you've been forced to fit into a man's role. And you wonder why your hormones are all out of whack. You're blaming the wrong thing. There's parts of our cycle where we are actually more active. We're more creative and we can go all out. And then the back half of our cycle, we actually have to nurture, we have to rest, we have to relax. And if we don't, that spikes our cortisol. Everything just goes downhill from there. When we try to silence it with things like hormonal birth control, with HRT, with other things, all we're doing is continuing to push it down and the body keeps screaming louder, louder with symptoms and then eventually with things that are a lot more severe, like immunities, like the C word, like other things. And I'm so tired of seeing women live like this, being sold every other thing outside of them instead of realizing all of these things are within. The cycle that God gave you is not something that He gave you as a burden. It's actually a gift. And it's for way more than just childbirth. No wonder our bodies are under such a state of stress because we are so out of rhythm with the way that we were originally designed that our bodies are beginning to break down, but really all they're doing is they're screaming for help. They're screaming for you to listen. So I want to say this as a way to empower you and to realize how amazing your body truly is. It's not something to fear. It's not something to silence. It's certainly not something to try to override. This page is dedicated to documenting things like this, helping you to get back into rhythm and get back into a regular cycle, whether you were a cycling woman or not. Your body was designed for rhythm and a cycle. And I show you how to do that naturally with things like fasting, food, sunlight, water, just getting your body back into rhythm, getting back into the original design that God designed you with.